So recently we got this beautiful cast iron Dutch oven kitchen toy from a friend, and I've been trying to make all kinds of things in it. Today we're gonna make a vegetarian paella. A vegan paella? I don't know, it's probably vegan. I didn't look at all the ingredients on the vegetable broth. We'll find out. So paella is a traditional Spanish dish. It's usually made with shrimp and what are those things? Prawns and mussels and sometimes octopus, because Spain is on the ocean and we're on the Great Lakes, and I wouldn't eat a goddamn thing that comes out of this lake. So today we're gonna make it nice and vegan, no kind of weird stuff. What we're gonna need is some salt, sweet and smoked paprika, dry thyme, saffron. This comes in a little tiny tin, but it smells really good. It has a lot of flavor and like this earthy aroma, and it's what really gives paella its flavor. 5 cloves of garlic, vegetable broth, peas, artichokes. The recipe calls for bamba rice, but we live in Caucasian health, so the best I could find was this nice Thai jasmine rice. A tomato, don't drop it on the floor because it'll break and then we'll have to go buy another one. A lemon, an onion, and a red bell pepper. That's all you need to make a delicious goddamn paella. You also need olive oil, you can't forget. What you want to do is you want to pour a box of vegetable broth. It's about 4 cups. That's all you really need. It doesn't like to come out because there's no air hole, because whoever designed this is not an engineer. And then you take about a pinch of saffron. That's all we really have left, and you just dump it right in there. Saffron's really expensive. I think this 1 ounce thing was about $9, but it has a very distinctive scent to it, and it's gonna give the rice a lot of color. It's gonna give the dish a lot of flavor and a lot of really good scent. So what you wanna do is you just wanna boil this for a minute and then turn it off. Essentially, you're just infusing the broth with the saffron. You gotta mix your Diet Dr. Pepper because it doesn't have any calories, right? You gotta mix it with good handcrafted all-American Tito's vodka. 2 shots of vodka. That was a lot of vodka. This was a bad idea. First you wanna saute your stuff. So you put about 2 tablespoons of oil. You got your onions. These peppers here. Because we live in America, we have questionable produce. So we had to use some of the peppers from our fridge because they weren't rotten. We're now doing red and orange and mystery pepper. And then you just want to stir it and saute it up really nice. I've never gotten rice vacuum packed, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, that was so satisfying. So, what is it, 1.5 cups of rice? I know that I haven't really been giving quantities of things. I guess we'll start posting the recipes that we use in the description. This is just a bunch of garlic. I kind of chopped it really heavily because I don't like mincing it. Our friend Sean got a goddamn garlic press and I'm a little bit jealous, but I have enough kitchen gadgets already and Jason yells at me when I get more. But you pour this into the thing here, okay? I'm using the cast iron Dutch oven here. This isn't the ideal pan to make paella in. There's actually a specific pan. It's got like rounded edges. It looks almost like a large omelet pan. Usually they're like a steel carbide, which is gonna be nice and non-stick. If you don't have that, you could use stainless steel, which is just straight up steel. Your rice is probably gonna stick a little bit. It's kind of a pain to clean. I recommend using a cast iron thing like this. Last time I made this, it was in a cast iron skillet. It turned out fantastic, didn't stick at all. All right, so this has been sauteing for about 5 minutes. What you want to do is you want to dump in the tomatoes. The difference between smoked paprika and sweet paprika is entirely the flavor. If you don't have like normal sweet paprika, you could just use smoked. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but you can't get away with just using sweet. So you dump that in and give it a little stir. If you use dried thyme, you want to add it now because it doesn't have the good qualities that fresh thyme does. But if you use fresh thyme, fresh parsley, you want to add it at the end. And you let it saute for about another minute. You go ahead and you pour in your rice, and then you stir it so it gets nice and coated on the vegetables. We haven't added any liquid at this point. You want the rice to get like really toasty. It's gonna change kind of the flavor profile of the rice, and it's gonna be a little bit more complex, and it's gonna taste a little bit better. Okay, so it's gonna stick a little tiny bit. So what you wanna do is you wanna scrape it all off the bottom here, and then go ahead and pour in the broth here with the saffron that we made. Scrape all the stuff off of the pan here. Give it a little bit of a stir. And then at this point, stop stirring it. Don't stir it anymore. You just want to kind of let it chill. So what you want to do is you want to simmer it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Because we're using cast iron, it's going to transfer almost all of the heat to the food. You don't want the rice to burn, but you do want it to get like nice and crispy. So turn it way the hell down. So just like let it simmer for 15 minutes. Don't look at it, don't bother it, don't touch it. It'll be fine. So it's been about 10 minutes. What you want to do is you just want to kind of pick it up and turn it so that it gets evenly heated. But don't stir it, okay? Don't stir it. So you want to look and you see that it's starting to, the water's starting to recede. It's starting to boil off. It's all the rice soaking up the water there. Basically, what's gonna happen is it's gonna get all the way down, and then the bottom rice is gonna start to crisp, and it's gonna sound like Rice Krispies. And you wanna let it sound like that for about 5 minutes and then take it off the heat. So we're gonna check on it in about 6 more minutes. So you tell when it's done by the sound it makes. It's supposed to sound like Rice Krispies, which sounds suspiciously like the sound of water boiling off. I don't think it's quite done yet. I think it's gonna be about 5 or 10 more minutes and then it'll be done. I think it's done enough. I don't know if it's gonna get crispy bottom or not. So what you do is you take it off the heat, you put your peas on it, like this, okay? I don't think you need the whole can. I didn't read the recipe. You put these on it, make it all pretty and the thing said to wrap it in foil, but I have a lid, I'm just gonna put a lid on it. If you use a paella pan or a stainless steel or anything that you don't have a lid, just wrap it in aluminum foil for like 5 minutes, it's fine. Oh, these don't look done. Oh, they're warm. That's good enough. So, don't put, okay, first shut off your burner here. Second, don't put things on the burner that's still on. That's a good tip for you. Then you take your lemons and you put it in like a thing and you spread them out like that. And then it's a god paella. In theory, this is gonna have a nice thick crust on it. It does not. Oh, it's got kind of a half-assed crust on it. It probably could have gone on for a little bit longer, but you serve it like this. And then when you serve it to people, they either squeeze the lemon wedge or they don't. Some people are pussies about lemon. I like lemon, so I'm gonna squeeze mine on. You flick the seed over your shoulders. Good luck. I think I went in this thing. It's paella. It's not bad. It's not the best. I liked it better last time. And then you eat it. You eat it with a Mexican beer or some kind of Spanish beer. I don't know what they like to drink in Spain. I've never been to Spain. I've never been to Mexico. I've never been out of the country. Like, subscribe, and bell icon, notifications, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're in all the places. So we recently got this beautiful Dutch oven, cast iron, beautiful. Oh, that tickles my nose. 5 cloves of garlic, woo! The difference between smoked paprika and sweet paprika, shouldn't have drank all that vodka.